Australia. Today we are talking about exploring Australia. Its territory is 7,692,024 square kilometers. It is located between the South Pacific and the Indian Ocean and surrounded by the sea. There is a unique culture here. The tourism industry is developed with the most beautiful seaside scenery in the world. 98% of local residents live by the sea. Australia is the most economically developed country in the Southern Hemisphere. The world's fourth largest exporter of agricultural products and the world's largest exporter of various minerals. Sydney is also the economic center of Australia. Australia has the most virgin forest. Come to Australia, you can better integrate with nature. Because it is surrounded by oceans, Australia has a lot of marine life. Tourists can also taste the most delicious seafood. The development of tourism has brought great advantages to the local economy and influence. Australia is more than just a developed city. Life in Australia is slower, but it is very rhythmic. Now I will recommend the top 5 tourist attractions in Australia. First of all, there are a lot of local wild animals. Kangaroos and koalas can be seen everywhere. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is very beautiful. If you can swim, you can dive into the sea and explore various marine life. The nature park. You can find many plants and wild animals. You can explore the most beautiful native in Australia. The Sydney Opera House has become a landmark of Australia. Dancing Rainforest. You can breathe the most comfortable air here. The dance force will bring you the most exciting experience.
Australia hasn't had a recession in 27 years. It's even called the lucky country. That luck has to do with Australia's treasure trove of natural resources, iron ore, gas, and coal. Australia and all its natural resources were in the right geography neighborhood, just as the Chinese economy started to take off. The year 2008 was a time of economic turmoil. The global financial crisis hit, and markets crumbled around the world. But as it also turns out, this was also a year for Australia's economy management to show off. The government has a very helpful and very low level of debt. The reason is that pension reform in the 1990s, Australia set up a compulsory retirement system called the superannuation system. It requires employers to put money into its employees' retirement saving. Australia's economy has been managed pretty well in the recent years because of a strong and stable central bank. Australia has an independent central bank and it's very well run. It also had the floating exchange rate and helped it adjust to international shocks. In 1983, Australia's government moved the dollar onto a floating exchange rate. This meant the dollar will be valued by supply and demand instead of being subject to influence of government or its central bank. Australia scores low on the dimension of power distance, which is 36, Within Australian organizations, hierarchies established for convenience, superiors are always accessible, and managers rely on individual employees and teams for their expertise. Both managers and employees expect to be consulted, and information is shared frequently. At the same time, communication is informal, direct, and participative. And when it comes to individualism, Australia, with a score of 90 on this dimension, is a highly individualist culture. This translates into loosely knit society in which the expectation is that people look after themselves and their immediate families. In the business world, employees are expected to be self-reliant and display initiative. Also, within the exchange-based world of work, hiring and promotion decisions are based on merit or evidence of what one has done or can do.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and comment. You can also subscribe to our channel.